Shop the Plato's Closet Black Friday event in North Charleston and West Ashley and let the deals begin. You know Plato's Closet always has a huge selection of trendy recycled styles at amazing prices, but Black Friday deals are different. They're better. We've been holding back some of our best inventory, and you won't want to miss our Black Friday event. Save on gently used styles from Patagonia, Lululemon, Lilly Pulitzer, and hundreds of popular brands. Plato's Closet is ready to let the Black Friday deals begin. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
An AFC South show? Sure, why not? What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome. Football's so close. You can almost taste it. This isn't really going to be that great of an episode. We're talking about the AFC South. And if you're not familiar with this division, probably good reason for it. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. Also known as, I think, we can call it this, I assume, the worst division in football in 2022, right? The Jacksonville Jaguars, 9-8, respectively. They were going up. They were trending upward. So good for them. Tennessee Titans 7-10, Indianapolis Colts 4-12, Houston Texans 3-13. So just not a lot going on there, but some of these, they have superstars on their teams. We're going to take a look at those real quick. So let's go alphabetically. We'll go to Houston first, right? The last placed AFC South Houston Texans. Now, some of the people I mentioned, they are currently on this team, but you know, if they came over during the offseason, trades, whatever. I'm telling you the current roster as it sits right now. Just one of the names, notably, Devin Singletary. He's with the Houston Texans now. So let's talk about it. Top scoring, Davis Mills, 252 points. Devin Singletary, 183. Damian Pierce, 170. Dalton Schultz is now a Houston Texan. 144 last year. Robert Woods on the team, 117. And then Nico Brown, 116. Not going to – wait, did I say Nico Brown? Like, am I crazy? It's Noah Brown, you ding-dong. Nico Collins is the guy right below him. But we're not going any further down. There's no really reason to. Low numbers, you know, and obviously the higher scoring guys on this roster right now came from different teams, right? So I don't know what Devin Singletary is going to do for the Houston Texans. No idea how Schultz is going to perform. You'd love to have them, you want to see these guys perform, have a great year, enjoy themselves, and have a good time, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Moving on, Indianapolis Colts. You got Pittman, 218 points. Taylor, 152 points. McKenzie, 119 points. Pierce, 112. And then it goes into, just double digits from there. Again, the stud that you see here is Jonathan Taylor. And he had an off year. I expect him to bounce back this year. We'll talk more about that later in this show and upcoming in upcoming shows. Now with Michael Pittman, I doubt he's going to have the year that he had last year. I mean, you have Anthony Richardson. Is he going to start the whole season? Who's actually starting? We're going to look at depth charts as well here in a little bit. So stay tuned. Next up, Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, Trevor Lawrence, 404 points. Dropping them bombs. I mean, he was turning it on towards the end. He was fun to watch. He really was. Christian Kirk, 243 points. Travis Etienne, 211. Zay Jones, 198. Evan Ingram, 176. And then it drops off from there. Solid team. This is there's a reason that they were in first place in this division. Just those names alone and looking at these points, listen. And when you get to play when you get to play the worst division teams twice, I had to break that down because I was tongue-tied. Those should just be easy wins. Now, Jacksonville was shooting themselves in the foot early in the season, and like I said, they peaked. They came around, and so I'm looking forward to this year. Moving on to Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, 310 points. Tannehill, 216. Moore, 115, and then nothing. Goes under 100 after that. So there you go. There's your not a lot to write home about. Like, I'm barely excited about this. Now, if you're a fan of these teams, I'm sure you're excited. Every new year, every start of the season, it's fresh, it's new, and then you get 3 weeks in, you're like, this place sucks, I hate everything about it. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at, we'll start in Houston. We're going to take a look at their depth chart. Right now, the starters are C.J. Stroud, Dameon Pierce, Robert Woods, Nico Collins, John Mechie, Dalton Schultz. Not bad. Looking at those names, now obviously you don't know what Stroud's going to do. Davis Mills is there to back up, and Case Keenum is still in the league. He's in the third hole. With all these numbers, and you got, Devin Singletary as backup to Dameon Pierce. Devin Singletary always seems to poke his head in and take points away from starting running backs. So I'm looking forward to see what he brings. He was utilized more as a third down back, and he was always, he's got good hands and whatnot. Even if he was lined up in the backfield, he wasn't scoring a ton of touchdowns anyways, because if they got close, big boy ran it in. You know what I mean? Josh Allen just kind of fell into the end zone. So looking at the team, I'm semi-impressed. We'll see what happens. It's a 3-win team last year. They've made some moves. We'll see what happens. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts depth chart. Starting, Gardner Minshew. Of course, Anthony Richardson's there. I don't know how long they're going to keep Anthony Richardson on the bench. Don't know when he plans to start, what's going to happen. All up in the air. This is June that we're talking. Check back with me in August. How about that? And then you got starting running back Jonathan Taylor, wide receiver Michael Pittman, then Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Jelani Woods. Okay, 2 of those names obviously will get you moving, get you thinking. The rest of them, you're not drafting. You know what I mean? You're going to draft Michael Pittman, but he's probably going in the 3rd or 4th round. Jonathan Taylor, he's a first rounder. He always is. And depending on your thoughts on how they're going to do this year, he could be, 103. He could be a 3rd pick. I'd say 3rd pick. Yeah. Moving on. Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's your starters. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Evan Ingram. Solid squad. I expect good things out of it. They will hit the double-digit win column this year. No issues at all. Out of these names that I just mentioned, you're going to draft them all. I would assume so. These are all draftable. They're not going to find Evan Ingram. Him and Lawrence were clicking last year, putting up some damn good numbers towards the end as well. So, you were able to get Evan Ingram on the waiver wire and then bring him back, get him on the waiver wire, and then all of a sudden he's starting every single week for you. It was nuts. Bonkers. So big things coming out of this team. Big. All right, Tennessee Titans. There's one person that you're going to draft out of this. But anyway, let's go to the starters. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Treylon Burks, Nick Westbrook, Kyle Phillips, Okawo. I never can say his name right. I don't know what's wrong with me. I blame myself. The other thing here is you have Malik Willis in the second. He's the backup to Tannehill at the point. Will Levis is the third. I don't know what the hell is going to be going on with the Tennessee Titans this year. All I know is Derrick Henry is going to get some touches, but where is he ranked? Probably top 10. Probably a top 10 running back. Why not? Why wouldn't he be? Man's a beast. Now, yeah, he gets hurt and misses a couple games each season. Life happens. But he usually turns it on for the playoffs. So, looking at those depth charts, let's talk rankings just real quick. Like I said, not a lot really my blood's not flowing here. You know what I mean? It's not pumping. It's not going, which makes this ever so much more difficult. All right. QBs. Now, these are rankings just in QBs. Trevor Lawrence is number 9. Anthony Richardson, number 20. C.J. Stroud, 26. Ryan Tannehill, 29. Running backs. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I always say Jonathan Taylor Thomas because it cracks me up. Jonathan Taylor is the 4th running back. Derrick Henry, 6th. Travis Etienne, 10th. And then you'd start dropping, right? Damian Pierce turned 20, and then I threw in an honorable mention of Devin Singletary of number 40. He could be number 20 if they utilize him properly. He could be the 20th ranked running back. Now, this is preseason. Now, this isn't the top 200. This is each position ranked within the position, right? So, and like I said, Taylor, he's definitely going to be a top 5 running back this year. And like I said, you could make a case for him going second or third, but I think fourth or fifth has got him kind of locked in, and then you'll see him a little bit later. Derrick Henry will come off the board. As I mentioned, he was number 6. And with receivers, we just went through the depth chart. Not a lot going on. So we're going to start off in the 20s. Number 26, Calvin Ridley. Number 32, Michael Pittman. 33, Christian Kirk. 39, Treylon Burks. Drop all the way down to the 50s, Nico Collins. And then number 64, I put it in there just because it's Robert Woods. I love Robert Woods. I think he's a great player. He gets hurt, and it sucks, but he's still a great player. Out of this list, I don't know about Calvin Ridley this year. He's great talent. I don't know. And he's in Jacksonville. That kind of bumps his stock up a little bit. I don't know how I feel about him at the moment, so come back to me. Michael Pittman, man, I really need to know who's the quarterback out there in Indianapolis before I put any type of stock into Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman is a phenomenal player, phenomenal receiver, a true athlete, and who's throwing him the ball? That's all I need to know. Christian Kirk still in Jacksonville. It's going to be good. Number 33. Yeah. I mean, by the time you pick Christian Kirk up, he's going to be like your, 5th pick, if not even further down than that. Treylon Burks, probably not drafting. Don't trust Tennessee receivers at this point. And I'm sure is not going after Nico Collins or Robert Woods in Houston. Nah. I mean, by the time Robert Woods falls to you, be a good bench player. I just need to know who's throwing the ball. And how good is C.J. Stroud? You're going to get Davis Mills. You know what you're getting with him. Just kind of a steady hand. He can make some plays. Not that great. But is C.J. Stroud going to be that great? Man, if he just comes on the scene and just lights it up, it's going to be crazy. And as mentioned before, tight ends. Evan Ingram, number 10. Dalton Schultz, number 11. Number 17, Okonkwo. I said it right that time, I think. And 25, Jelani Woods. Not drafting Jelani Woods. You don't need to draft him. Same thing with Okonkwo. There's no reason to draft these guys. They will be on the waiver wire. You can just have a streaming option every single week. As far as Evan Ingram, yes, you will draft Evan Ingram if given the chance. Absolutely. He will leave your draft board most likely. I mean, even though he's ranked he's ranked 10th. But let me just go ahead and tell you who's in front of him. Right, Travis Kelce, obviously, no question. Mark Andrews, T.J. Hockenson, Darren Waller, George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, Pat Freiermuth, and David Njoku. So I'm taking Evan Ingram over Pat, David, Kyle. I just wanted to say their first names, and that's about. So give me him he's number 7th ranked. Yeah, and you can make an argument that he could be top 5. So I'm in on Evan Ingram. That's really all that's out there. I mean, not a lot of action, and you would think that these guys would have better numbers because they're down or they were losing most of the games and most of the seasons and whatnot, right? So garbage time, like we mentioned, it's a real thing. And that's where, there's nothing wrong with picking players from bad teams, but it's like the Blake Bortles effect, right? When he was in Jacksonville. He'd be down 40 points at halftime and have like -3 points. But then the defense doesn't care. They kind of give it up. Now all of a sudden he's got 3 touchdowns, 400 yards. You know what I mean? Like now he's just slinging it. So, but it is a real thing. This division just really doesn't do anything for me. The names I see don't do anything for me other than Trevor Lawrence. Yes, absolutely. Jonathan Taylor. Yes. Derrick Henry. Yeah. I had Travis Etienne last year too. Yes. Receivers, I don't really see any that I'm really excited about. And then tight ends, Evan Ingram. That's it. And you know what? I can't even look at this list any longer because it's driving me crazy. But check out Strikeout Beer, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And also, like and subscribe to this channel, SB Fantasy Football. Because you know what? We're putting on a lot of content. Some of it's kind of funny. Some of it's bad information. Some of it's good information. But thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for listening to SB Fantasy Football Podcast.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.